Hi guys, in this video we are going to understand the basic concepts of time and work. What are the type of questions that come, and we will cover 20 around questions which will make sure that your basics are clear. But before you get into the solution part, I would suggest that you download the free PDF under this video which has all those 20 questions. Solve it by yourself, and then you look at the solution, so that will help you learn better. Now let's jump to the concept. Hello everyone. So today we are going to do time and work. Very important topic for CAT, and pretty easy if you understand the basics. So I'll start with the basics. So to understand the concept, consider a room which has six walls, and we need to paint the entire six walls. We have two painters with us, A and B. Let's say A does one wall in a day, B does two wall in a day. B is twice as efficient as A, let's say. Now together, if you look at it, A and B, they're doing three walls in one day. So if there are six walls in total, how many days will they take? They will take 2 days. How? Because six is the total number of walls, three walls are getting done in a day, so 2 days. To understand the same concept with the help of a basic formula, it is total number of days x y upon x plus y. So if A is doing one wall in a day, it is taking 6 days, and B is doing two walls in a day, it is only taking 3 days. So together, how many days will they take? 6 into 3 upon 6 plus 3, which is 18 by 9, or again 2 days. So why am I telling you in this way? So that you know the basic formula, but you also understand the concept. In fact, to understand the concept even deeper, look at the total number of work not as wall but as units. So let's say there are 6 units of work. A does 1 unit of work, B does 2 units of work in a day. So A is one day work. Can we say it is 1 unit upon six total number of units? So A's one day work is 1/6. So this continues for 6 days, and then the work is done. So always total work we say 1/6 into what can give me one. So here we will say six. So six is the number of days. So one more way to look at it is, bear with me because this is very important when we go for questions. 1/6 is one day work of A, 1/3 is one day work of B. So their total one day work is 1/2. So now I can directly say if their total work is 1/2, let's say they take D days to complete their total work. So D again comes out to be 2 days. Now let's take a little more complex example. Let's say there is a wall, and we have a job of creating this wall brick by brick. There are three masons, A, B, C. Let's say that they take 2 days. A take 2 days, B let's say take 3 days, and C let's say take 6 days. So again, if we look at the total number of bricks that A is laying, so we can see, let's say that there are total 18 bricks in this wall. Okay, so A is going to take 2 days to for making 18 bricks. So individually A will take 9 days, can we say? Sorry, A can do 9 units of work in a day. That's why he is able to lay 18 bricks in 2 days. Similarly, B, can I say that it does 6 units of work in a day to lay 18 bricks is taking 3 days, so 18 upon 3 6. C similarly is taking is doing only 3 units because it's the laziest of all. So for 3 units into 6 days comes out to be 18 bricks, or again I can see it as 18 units of work. To understand, I'm saying that you consider the wall as 18 bricks, but irrespective of that, you can see that it can be taken as 18 units of work as well. Again, with the same concept that we understood, A is one day work. One day work for A will be how much? 18 units upon 9 units. So can we say that one day work is 1 by 2. Why? Because again, since it is doing 9 units of work and their total work is 18 units, so 18 upon 9, which is 1 by 2. So one day work is 1 by 2. Next day it will again come and it will do half the work. So it will come out to be as 1. Correct? So now, similarly for B, since it is doing 6 units of work in total, there is 18 units of work. So I can simply say that it is doing its one day work will be how much? 1 by 6 units, because it's gonna take 3 days. Sorry, it's gonna take 3 days. So can I say 1 by 3? 1 by 3 plus 1 by 3, this comes out to be as 1. So again I can say that its one day work is 1 by 3. So you can simply see if someone is taking 3 days, its one day work will be 1 by 3. Someone is taking 6 days, number of units of work he's doing every day is 1 by 6. So this is basic. We will not understand it every time. We will not think so deeply. If someone is taking 2 days, its one day work is 1 by 2. Simple. Now, if we look at the total number of total work that is done in one day, how much is it? 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 1 by 6. How much is it? So if we take the LCM of 6, 3 and 2, it is 6. So 3 plus 2 plus 1. So that comes out to be 1. So one day work is how much? Together it is coming out as 1. So that means their one day work is 1 unit and we need total 18 units. So can we say that together they will only take 1 day? Now, because they're completing the work together, it's coming out to be 1. So one day work में ही एक दिन में ही all the work is done. Now to understand, because it's a simple example, we are able to calculate so easily, but we should also know the formula, which is xy plus yz plus zx. So again, if you put the values and we calculate it in this way, it will come out to be 1 again. So you should remember the formulas for quick calculation, but I guess you understood the entire concept which comes out as this. In fact, if you take the LCM again, 18 units. So again, if we look at it in this way, we can see that for 18 units, A every day was doing 9 units, B every day was doing 6 units, C every day was doing 3 units. This is also 18 units. So again, from here we can see that number of days they will take as 1. So what are the type of questions that come usually? So I will just show you type of questions that comes. Type 1 is pretty straightforward, where there are number of people with different type of efficiency, and usually the question will come how much time will they take if they work together, and some conditions will be there that A is twice as efficient as B, or C is half as efficient as A, something like that, and then we have to solve. Type 2 is where people come and go. For example, A was working all the days, B was working alternatively. Let's say C was working not for the first 3 days and then it was working. So, how much time will it take? Something like that. Then type 3, which sounds complex but is the easiest. Let's say there are 10 men who take 6 days to complete W work. So how many men will complete the work in 12 days if the work is thrice as much? So it's a pretty basic formula. We will look at it when we do the questions. Type 4 is where there are men, there are women, there are robots, and there will be condition. Let's say men are twice as efficient as women, which is not true in real life, but for question's sake, I'm saying, let's say robots are 4 times as efficient as men. So these conditions will be there, and accordingly we will solve. Type 5 is where there are, let's say, one man in the first day, and then there are two, or there are four, and then there are eight. So either it will be in a geometric progression, or it can be increasing by 2 every day. So it can be an arithmetic progression, but pretty straightforward type. But these are the major type of questions that will come. I think next we can go to solving some questions which are pretty basic, but once you complete these questions, you can be confident that all sort of logic, all sort of type of questions that can be made will be covered. So if we can do these 10, 20 questions together, we are sure that we have covered this topic. Let's look at the first question. So there are two workers, A and B, and they can finish a job in 15 and 20 days. How do you write this information in your sheet is also very important. So you can observe how I am doing it. Now let's, as soon as it says that A can finish a job in 15 days and B can finish the job in 20 days, so what I will do is, if they work together 4 days, what fraction of job will still remain unfinished? Again, I will solve it in two ways, and then I'll tell you which is the best way to solve. First is pretty straightforward, where as soon as I get to know that A does in 15 days, I know 1 day work will be 1 by 15 for A. 1 day work for B will be 1 by 20. Take the LCM. What is the LCM of 15 and 20? I don't think there should be any confusion, but this is the standard way of doing it. So 5, 3, and 4, I can't take any more division. So 60 units is the total. 60 is the LCM. So 4 plus 3, 7 upon 60. Am I right? Since the LCM is this, 7 upon 60 is what? Their 1 day work. So they have worked for 4 days. So in 4 days, we can say it the work done will be into 4, 28 upon 60. Or since the answer is that how much work is unfinished, so 28, so that means 32 upon 60. This is the work which is remaining, and if you solve it, how much does it come? 8 by 15. So B is the right answer. Again, if you look at it in a different way, can I say that, let's say the total work is how many units? Let's say 60 units, because the LCM was 60. So A 1 day work is how much? 15 units. It is taking 15 days for 60 units, right? So its 1 day work is 4 units. It only does 4, and it does it for 15 days. That's why it's able to complete 60 units. Similarly, B's 1 day work will be 60 upon 20, which is 3 units. Can I say in 1 day they can do 7 units of work? They did it in 4 days, they did 28 units of work. So total work done is 28 upon 60. So total work remaining is 32 upon 60, which is again 8 by 15. These two, both the methods are correct, but usually we will do this method because it's easier. And when sometimes the question demands that we take LCM because it eases the calculation, we will take this method. So priority will be the first type, first way of solving. Let's go on to the second question. A can lay railway track between two stations in 16 days. Whatever the work is, we don't need to pay heed to the type of work, but as soon as it says A takes 16 days, I'll write this. B takes 12 days, I'll write this. With the help of C, they can complete the work in just 4 days. So, C, we don't know how many days it takes, but together they take 4 days. This doesn't mean 16 plus 12 plus x is 4, okay? So, how will we calculate? Again, I'm giving you a very basic way of doing it. We will do it like this: 1 by 16 is 1 day work of A, 1 by 12 is 1 day work of B, 1 by x is 1 day work of C, and together they are taking 4 days to complete the work. This is how you translate the information in a formula. Now, if we solve this, first of all, to solve, multiply both the sides by 4. So this becomes 1 by 4, this becomes 1 by 3, this becomes 4 by x, and this becomes 1. This is also, however, way you want to solve. So this becomes 7 by 12. So 7 by 12, when you put it there, how much 7 by 12 becomes? 5 by 12. Just one of the ways to think faster, right? So from here, we can say x comes out to be 36 by 5. So am I right? Is the calculation correct? 1 by this is 7 by 12, which goes there. So 1 minus 7 by 12 is 5 by 12. And then x comes out to be 36 upon 5. So x will take 7 days. And I think I'm doing something wrong here. So calculation wise, it's 1 by 4 plus 1 by 3 plus 4 by x. So 7 by 12 goes there. So it becomes 5 by 12, x is 36 by 5. I think there's some problem with the options here because it should be 7 point something. So we will mark 8 here. Sometimes there is, they want to check if you're getting panicked with the calculation, so we double check, but it's coming 7 point something, so the closest answer is 8. So you will mark 8 here. Let's go ahead. We can do the same question by taking an LCM of 16, 12, and 4. So let me show you one more way of doing this question. Let's see if you're able to understand, and you can pick whatever way works for you, but just for understanding, 16, 12, and 4, if I take the LCM, how much will be the LCM? 4, 4, 3, and 1. So 12 into 4 or 60. So if we say that 60 units is the total amount of work, so A will, am I right? 16 will be the LCM. So A's 1 day work will be 60 upon 16, right? Which is 30 by 8 or 15 by 4, which is 7.15 by 4 is 7.5 by 2 or 3.25. Just bear with me. I'm trying to make you understand in a different way. So 3.75, sorry, you know, right. Now, similarly, B will do how much work in a day? 60 upon 12, which is 5 units. So, total amount of work that C has to do if they're able to complete in 4 days can be calculated as 3.75 plus 5 units plus x into 4 is giving total amount of work, which is 60. So you can calculate like this also, but in this case you did understand, right? It's not really a very good way, but I was just trying to show you how to think. Let's go. Third question. So ABC can complete a task in 20, 30, and 60 days respectively. If A is assigned, if A is assisted by B and C on every third day, then how many days will A finish the work? Little complex it sounds, but it's pretty easy. Let's try to see. How will you write the information as you read the question? A will do in 20 days, B will do in 30 days, and C will do in 60 days. So together ABC, A is assisted by B and C on every third day. So first A is working, then again A is working, and then A, B, and C. All three are working, right? So when all three are working, how much work is done? Because when all three are working, we have a basic formula. So you can calculate 60 is the LCM here. Again, 3 plus 2 plus 1, which is 1 by 10. So together they are doing 1 by 10. So if A is doing this much work on the first day, then again second day A is doing this much work, and then together they are doing this much work. So every 3 days, if you look at the total work that has been done, is 2 by 10 or 1 by 5. So every 3 days they are doing 1 by 5 work. Now, in how many days will the work get over? So pretty easy. 1 by 5 in 3 days. I want to get one right at the end. So in if we do it 5 times, so in 15 days the work will be done. 1 by 5 into 5. or that comes as 1. So answer will be 15 days. So let's go ahead. What is it saying? A takes twice the time as B. So can I say A takes half the number of days? No, no. This time the question is A takes twice the time. It's not saying efficient. So can I say A equals to 2B? Number of days are A and B because it is taking twice as time, so twice as much as days, or thrice the time as C to finish a piece of work. Together they complete it in 2 days. So together, when they work together, they do it in 2 days. How long will B alone take? So I need to find out B. So I'll eliminate A and C. So can I say 1 by A plus 1 by B plus 1 by C is 1 by 2? As simple as that. So now I need to substitute A by 2B because I need to calculate B. C I can substitute by as 2B by 3, and this is also half. So can I say this is 2 upon 2B, so 3 upon 2B, and this is 3 upon 2B again, which is half. So 6 upon 2B is half. So B can come out as 3 into 2 or 6 days. So it's just about understanding the information, and then the question becomes very easy. Let's go ahead. A alone can complete a work in 6 days. B alone in 8 days. They agree to do it for this much money. With the help of C, they finish the work in 6 days. So A, B, C together can take 3 days. So how much C should be paid? So first we need to find how many days C takes. Then we will see how much to pay him. So 1 by 6 plus 1 by 8 plus 1 by C is equals to 1 by 3. Let's solve 1 by 3 minus 1 by 6 minus 1 by 8. This can be 2 by 6. So this becomes 1 by 6 minus 1 by 8, or 2 by 8 into 6 or 1 by 24. So C takes 24 days. Now if C takes 24 days, how much should we pay him? See, C is the laziest. So C should ideally be paid the minimum, right? So how will you calculate? First, you cannot give him more money, so you need to find out in one day how much work are they doing. So in one day, what can we do? Since A is taking 6 days, B is taking 8 days, and the total number of days they're taking is 3. So if I take an LCM, how much will be? It's uh, if I do it by 2, and that's it. So it will be 3 into 4 into 2, 8, 16, 24, right? Now, um, 24 is the LCM. So, in one unit, in one day, A will do how much work? 24 upon 6, 6, 12, 18, 24. So, 4 units. Similarly, B will take 3 units in one day. And now we need to find out C, which was 24 days. So, only 1 unit. Now, this is how we should pay him. He's only doing 1 unit of work. So, and the total number of units is 8. So, 1 by 8. So 1 by 8 of the total money we should be giving him. So 3200 upon 8. So how much is it? 1600 upon 4, or 400 rupees. That's how you do such questions. Again, 6 men, 8 boys can finish. This is a different type of question. So let's pay attention. They can finish the work in 10 days. So this is how you write. This doesn't make sense, okay? So it is just way of writing the information. 26 men, 48 boys can finish the job in 2 days. Same work, okay? It could have been can finish the twice the amount of work in 2 days. So you have to write the number of work also. How long will 15 men and 20 boys take to complete the entire work? Okay, very interesting question, and let's try to understand how to solve these questions. They can be calculative. That's how they can become complex. Otherwise, they're pretty easy. So again, going by the amount of number of days, I will always assume M is the number of days that one man will take to complete the work. B is what number of days that a boy will take to complete the work, always. So One, if m is taking, let's say, m days, so 1 by m is the amount of work that it does in one day, and 1 by b is the amount of work that one boy does. And since there are 8 boys, so 8 into 8, and since there are 6 men, into 6, this into 10 days will complete the work. That's what it is saying. So as soon as you get this information, you can directly write the equations as 6 by m plus 8 by b is 1 by 10. So this is the first equation. Similarly, second equation, I'm trying to explain it because we're doing it for the first time, but in exam, you can directly, once you know the concept, you can directly write the information like this. So our next is 26 upon m, 48 upon b is taking 2 days. Now, what is it saying? We need to find m and b, and then we need to find out the answer. So, how do you calculate? This is also looking complex. Eliminate one of them. So, let's say I want to eliminate b. So, this is 8 and this is 48. So, can I say that if I multiply the whole equation by 6, one of them will be eliminated? 36 by m, 48 by b is 6 by 10. Now, this equation and this equation, if you subtract the two equations, 36 minus 26 is 10, 10 upon m. 48 by b, 48 by b gets cancelled. This is what? 3 by 5, right? So 3 by 5 minus half can be written as what? 5 by, okay, let's write it like this only. So this becomes 1 by 10. So m is taking 100 days. Now substitute in any so that you can get b. So 6 upon 100 plus 8 by b is 1 by 10, or 10 by 100. If 8 by b can be 4 by 100, or b is 200. Good, that the calculation is pretty easy. Now we need to find out how many days will they take. So let me get some more space. Um, Simply substitute 15 men and 20 boys. So what will be the equation? 15 men, 20 boys. Whatever the answer will come, I will know the denominator is number of days. So 15 by 100, 20 by 200. What is this? 1 by 10, and or 10 by 100. So 25 by 100. So 1 by 4. How many days? 4 days. What have we done again? Any silly mistake has been done, or what? 10 by 100, or 15, 25 by 100. So we are sure the number of days it will take is 4 days, not in the option. But it's fine. You understand the concept, so the options are wrong. You can be very confident about it. Next, let's go ahead. A can complete a work in the same time as B and C together. So A is, you can write like this, but again this is wrong. So A is 1 day work is equal to 1 day work of B and 1 day work of C. This is how you write. A can complete the work in the same time as B and C together. Is this also correct? Yes, because together they're working, so they're gonna take same number of days as B and C together. Now, if A and B can finish the work, oh, again, A and B can finish the work in 10 days, again, write in the equation format. And C alone in 50 days. So, C alone is in 50 days. What does that mean? So, C is, it is directly giving us 50 days. How long would B alone take? So, I need to eliminate A, and C I already know. So, can I write instead of C, I can directly write 50. So I have 1 by A minus 1 by B as 1 by 50. So I need to find out B. So what I'll do is I'll subtract these two equations. So this will become 2 by B, and this will is 5 by 50 minus 1 by 50, which is 4 by 50. And again, B comes out to be 25. A completes 80% of the job in 20 days. So this time it is saying 20 in 20 days. A is doing how much? 80% of the job. With B's help, the remaining 20% is finished in 3 days. So for 20 days, only A was working, and for the next 3 days, in fact, I should show it smaller for better understanding. So what I'll do is I'll show this line as 20 days and this line as 3 days, where A and B are working together and they finish the work. So probably point 2 work is done here and point 8 work is done here. I hope this makes sense. You don't need to make these diagrams there, but I'm just trying to visualize what is happening for you. So how long will B alone take the task? So we need to first calculate B, because we always assume B is the number of days that B takes. So can we write A takes 20 days? So let's say A's 1 day work is 1 by A, and when it works for 20 days, it does point 0.8 work, correct? With the help of B, in 3 days, they finish point 0.2 work. And we need to calculate B, so we need to eliminate A. So A can be 1 by A, in fact, can be directly calculated here. So can we say 8.8 by 20, or point 0.8 by 200, or 4 by 100, 2 by 50, 1 by 25? So 1 by 25 plus 1 by B is point 0.2 by 3, or 2 by 30, or 1 by 15. So 1 by B comes out to be 1 by 15 minus 1 by 25. If you take 5 common, 1 by 3 minus 1 by 5, which is 2 by 15, or 1 by B is 2 by 15 into 5. So uh, let's double check the calculation. 2 by 15 into 5 is correct, right? Because we did 20 days. 1 by A is this point 0.8, and the remaining work 1 by A plus 1 by B into 3 days is point 0.2. So this becomes 2.2 by 30, or 1 by 15, and A I was putting as 1 by 25. So this is correct. And then 1 by 15 minus 1 by 25, which is what? 10 upon, or okay, 1 by 5 I took common, 1 by 3 minus 1 by 5, so 2 by 15. So this is correct. So 2 by 25, 75, or 37.5. So this is actually B alone. So again, there's some problem with the options, but the answer should be 37.5. Let's go ahead. In exam, this will happen that the options are not matching. So either it will be wrong for all the students, or there will be some very fatal calculation error. So just check once and then move ahead. Don't waste your time. Let's move on to question number 10. Machine P prints 1 lakh books. So 1 lakh books is common, so that is our work. P takes 8 hours, Q takes 10 hours, R takes 12 hours. They all start at 9 a.m. So they all start at 9 a.m. and P stops at 11 a.m. So only Q and R are working. And let's say at some time the work is over. We have to find out at what time the printing will be done. Okay. So P has totally worked for 2 hours and Q and R are working for the entirety of the time. Let's say X hours. So first let's find out Q and R together, how much work they're doing. Q and R. This is what they do in 1 hour. Let's take out the LCM. So this is 22 upon 120, 11 and 60. So 60 upon 11, or 11 by 60 is the work that they do in 1 hour, into X is the total amount of work that Q and R are doing. And P has worked for 2 hours and it does 1 by 8 work in um, 1 hour. So in 2 hours, this is the total amount of work. So this comes out to be 1 by 4 plus 11x by 60. This should be the total work. 11x by 60 should be 3 by 4. This will be 15. So x comes out to be 45 by 11, or 4 point something. So total number of hours is 4 point something, where that means 2 hours were gone here. So 2 point something hours. So answer should be C option. Now let's move on to question number 11. A can finish a job in 18 days. B can finish a job in 15 days, and B works for 10 days and leaves. Okay, in how many days A will finish the remaining work alone? So A and B, they are both working, and then after 10 days, B leaves. So it's only A completing. So in how many days A will finish the remaining work? So let's say in next days A completes the remaining work. So A and B together, let's quickly find out how much they do in a day. So let's take this. This is 30, so 90. So 11 by 90 is what they do in one day, and in 10 days they would have done 11 by 9 work. Correct? 11 by 90, so in 10 days they would have done 11 upon 9 work, but this is more than one, so this is not possible. B works for 10 days, so A and B, it's not saying actually कि A and B are working together. Okay, so it's saying that A can finish a job in 18 days, B can finish a job in 15 days, B works for 10 days, so it's only B working for 10 days, and it leaves. In how many days can A finish the remaining work? Let's say next days A can finish the remaining work. So B does this much work in a day. It has worked for 10 days, so 2 by 3 work is done. So 1 by 3 work is remaining, and let's say A take X days and it works for, in one day it works 1 by 18. So it's a pretty straightforward question, 6 days. Now, as you can see, even I made a mistake by considering that A and B are working together, but it came out to be more than one. So I got to know that I'm doing some kind of a mistake. So I got back to the question. Again, I would say only revisit once. If it is taking too much time, please skip the question. A and B together can finish a job in 30 days. So you can directly write this equation like this. They work together for 20 days and B leaves. So A and B, they work for 20 days and then B left. So it's only A working. A finishes the rest of the work in 20 more days. So 20 more days A took and finished the work. So um, A and B together does this much work in one day. In 20 days they did this much work, two third. So one third work is remaining. Let's say takes A does this much work in a day and it took 20 more days. So A will be 60. Again, very easy question. A and B can complete a work in 15 and 10 days. They start together, but after 2 days, so A and B they start together, but after 2 days, B leaves. And A does the rest of the work alone. In how many days was the work finished? So let's say next days the work was finished. So since A and B work together, this is the amount of work that they do in a day, and they work for 2 days. So this and then after 2 days B leaves, so A does rest of the work alone. So let's say A does 1 by 15 work in one day, and it worked for X more days, and it finished the work. So if we solve this, how much is this? 25 upon 150 or 50 upon 150. So 1 by 3, other we will take it to the other side, so this becomes 2 by 3, so X becomes 10. So simply 10 days. Double check, in how many days was the work finished? In how many days was the work finished? So it is taking total number of days, not 10 but 12. So it's very important to understand the language of the question before answering. 10 women can finish a job in 7 days. Now this is a different type of question. I will just write the information as it is. 10 children take 14 days. How long will 5 women and 10 children take to finish the same work? Okay. Let's say this is the amount of work that a woman does in a day, and we can see that it is taking 7 days to finish the work. So 7 times this should be 1. So you can write down that W is 70. This is the number of days that a woman takes to complete the entire work alone. Similarly, if we look at this, 1 by C into 10 should be how much? 1 by 14. So C should be 140. Now what we want is actually 5 into 1 by W, which is work done by one woman, work done by one children. How much is this? So 5 by 70 plus 1 by 14. 5 ones are 5 and then 20 is 14. So 2 by 14 or 1 by 7. So 7 days. Got it? X and Y complete a job in 20 and 12 days. Uh, so whenever I write this, you know what I'm writing. So X's number of days is this. So I know that X works for 20. 1 by 20 is the amount of work that it does in a day. So don't get confused when we write these values, but this is the standard way of writing so that we don't have to look at the question again and again. X works alone for 4 days, then Y joins. So 4 days, X works alone, and then Y joins until completion. Let's say X days, and the work got over. So how long did the work last? So again, X works 1 by 20 in one day. In 4 days, it would have worked like this, and together they do this much work in a day, and they work for X days, and the work got complete. So again, as we can see, so 1 by 5 उधर जाएगा 4 by 5, and this will be I can directly just multiply instead of taking anything common. So this is 8, 16, 24, 32, and 8, 16, 24 is 30. So this will be 2, this will be 15. So again, this will get cut 2 and this will get cut 3. So x comes out to be 6. So it took 6 days, but it is saying how long did the work last? So it won't be 6, it will be 6 plus 4 or 10. Okay. So let's go to question number 16. A is 30% more efficient than B. This is also type 1, but could be confusing. So you have to understand it nicely. Um, it's saying that A is 30% more efficient, so A will take less number of days as B for sure. So A is taking 23 days, B has to take more number of days than this. Let's find out how to solve it. So can I say time taken by B and time taken by A should be in a ratio of 1.3 because A is 30% more efficient, so time taken by B will be 30% more. So 1.3. So time taken by B is 1.3 into 23. So let's quickly find out. So 29.9 or approximately 30 days. Now together, how long will they take together? It's a pretty straightforward question now. Calculation wise, it might sound a little difficult, but then let's just do it. So 690 53. So this is the total number of how did I tell you to find out total number of days? 1 by A, 1 by B is equals to 1 by X. So X is what is the combined number of days that they take together. So I need to find out 690 upon 53. This is 16 160, almost 13 point something. So this is how you solve question like this. Question number 17. Let's do it. Three more question left. Ravi takes 32 pages. Ravi types 32 pages in 6 hours. Kumar types 40 pages in 5 hours. So this time the work is also different. Working together on separate computers, how long will they take to type 110 pages? Okay. So can I say if in 6 hours Ravi is doing 32 pages, can I say uh, in 1 hour he is doing 32 upon 6 pages? This is about Ravi. Kumar, again I can say in 1 hour he is doing 40 upon 5 or 8 pages. This is 16 upon 3, 5.33 pages. Working together on separate computers. So basically it's not, you can't type together on one computer, that's what it's saying. How long will they take to type 110 pages? So can I say in 1 hour together they are doing 8 plus let's say 16 and 3, so 16 upon 3, this is the number of pages that they do in 1 hour. um, if we solve it further we can, but let's see, in 1 hour they can do these many number of pages, how long will they take for 110 pages? So for 8 plus 16 by 3 they're taking 1 hour, unitary method. For 110 pages they will take 1 upon 8 plus 16 by 3 into 110. So 24, 30, 40, 3 by 40 into 110, 33 by 4, or it could be 8.10 to 8.25, approximately 8.25. So again option is not there, but this is the way to solve, and 8.25 is the right answer. Let's go on question number 18. A and B can do a job in 30 days. Again, write in direct equation. B and C can do a job in 24 days. C and A can do a job in 20 days. How if they work together for 10 days and then B and C leaves? If they work together for 10 days and then B and C leaves, so only A is doing. So how long will it take to finish the job? So very it becomes calculation heavy, so do it in a certain way. Add all the three equations. So twice of 1 by A plus 1 by B plus 1 by C becomes 1 by 30, 1 by 20, 1 by 24. So if we solve this, this is 50 upon 600. So this is 2 by 24 plus 1 by 24, 3 by 24, so 1 by 8. So together this comes out to be 1 by A plus 1 by B plus 1 by C comes out to be 1 by 16. So together it is 16 days. We can say in 10 days they would have done 10 by 16 work or 5 by 8 work. So work remaining is 3 by 8. A takes, we don't know how much is A's, right? So we have to still solve again. So how do we get A? Use these two equations, subtract them. So this becomes 1 by A is equals to 1 by 20, 1 by 16 minus 1 by 24. So this is 8, 16, 24. 1 by 48. So A takes 48. Substitute it here, 48. So x becomes 3 into 48 upon 8, or 3 into 12 upon 2, or 6, so 18. So basically, in how many more days they will finish the work? 18 more days. Again, not in the options, but this is the right answer. So I guess now you know that options are not correct, but again, you have to be confident about your answer, and this is the correct answer. We could have got confused on how many more days A is taking, but we have taken X as number of more days only. So this is the right answer. Let's go to the second last question. 20 women can finish a job in 16 days, while 16 men can finish a job in 15 days. Wow. 20 women, 16 days, 16 men, 15 days. What is the ratio of efficiency of a man to a woman? If we know the ratio of the number of days, it's opposite of it will be the efficiency. So can I say if a woman does 1 by W work in a day, in and 20 women will do this much work in a day, and 6 into 16 days should be 1. So can I write it like this again? So W will be 20 into 16. Similarly, with that logic, men will be 16 into 15. So this is the number of days. What was W? W was 1 by W is the work done in 1 day. So W is the total number of days that they take. So ratio efficiency of man to a woman should be inversely proportional to the ratio of number of days that they take. So 16 by 15 will come in denominator and this will come in numerator. So 4 by 3. Of course, there will be 3 by 4 also in the option to confuse us. So 4 by 3 is the right answer. Last question: A and B together can finish a job in 30 days. A works for 16 days, B alone finishes the rest of the work. Okay, so A works for 16 days and B alone finishes rest of the work in 44 days. How long B would take for the entire job? And we know that A and B is given. Okay, so 16 1 by is the work done 1 day. In 16 days, this much work is done. In 44 days, this much work is done, and the work got over. So we have these two equations, and we need to find out B. So we need to eliminate A. Can I multiply this equation into 16 and then subtract? So six. Let's subtract this minus this. So can I say 44 minus 16 upon B is equals to 1 minus 16 by 30? So this becomes 44 6 8 to 28 by B or 14 by 30 to B 60. Simple, right? So this is the answer. So we are at the end of this assignment, and now you know that how to solve the basic questions. I will now create a video on some of the very good advanced questions which I found throughout the internet. And once we're done that, we can be very sure that time and work is in our control.